doing it together. Here is the first question for all of you on your screen. Let's answer this. The first question on your screen is here. Let's start with it. Find the ratio of the area of a circle to the area of square if the perimeter of circle and square is equal. Area of a circle to the area of square if the perimeter of circle and square is equal. That's a simple question. I'm sure many of you can answer this fast enough. Area of a circle to the area of square if the perimeters are equal. So let's start solving the first question here. He says that the perimeter of the circle and the square, they are equal. What is the perimeter of a circle? It is 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circle. What is the perimeter of the square? It is 4 times the side, where a is the side, and they are equal. So I can say 2 pi r is equal to 4a. Let's cancel out by 2 and I get pi r is equal to 2a. I have pi r is equal to 2a, or I can also say that r divided by a is equal to 2 divided by pi. R by a is equal to 2 by pi. Question is saying find the ratio of the area of the circle to the area of the square. Area of the circle is pi r square to the area of the square, which is a square. So from here, can I say it is pi into r by a whole square, and r by a is 2 by pi. So let's put it here, pi into 2 square divided by pi square. So pi will cancel out with this square and I get 2 square, that is equal to 4 divided by pi, which is 22 by 7. So I can say my answer is 14 is to 11, which is given in option D. So option D is the right answer for this very first question. Music core is here with the right answer as well. So D is the right answer, 14 is to 11. Okay. So let me tell you that almost in all these sessions, Music Core has been present, and he is the person who almost answers all the questions correctly and first as well. So in this session, for all the other people, let's take it as a challenge. Let's not go, let not Music Core be the first one again, right? All of you should try to just beat him, and Music Core, you will not let them do that. Okay. So let's start now. On question number 2, we are here now on our screen. It is here. Any answer for question number 2 now? Once again, Music Core has come up with the answer. He says D, that is cannot be determined. Okay. So let's have a look at question number 2 now. Anyone else has the answer for this question? Let's try that as well. Okay, B, not D. Okay, okay. चलिए देखते हैं. Area of an isosceles right angle triangle is 72 square centimeters. So let us say this is a right angle triangle and it is isosceles as well. So if this side is A, this side is A, this side would be root 2 into A, right? Two of the sides are A, so the third side is root 2 into A. Of course, the area of the triangle is given by half of A into A, half of base into height, and that half of base into height is 72. From here, I get A is equal to 12, right? A square is 144, so A is equal to 12. Find the length of the diagonal of that square. Oh, sorry. A square whose length is equal to twice the base of the right angle triangle is constructed. Now, twice the base would be 24. So, a square is constructed with side as twice of 12. That means side of the square is 24 centimeter. If side of the square is 24 centimeter, find the length of the diagonal of that square. तो अगर साइड मेरे पास 24 है तो डायगोनल कितना होगा? It would be 24 root 2. So B option is the right answer for the second question. Pretty easy question. Both of them have been answered correctly by Music Core till now. Once again, I'll request all the other people as well to try to answer these questions. That was question number 2. And also, there is one more thing, very important thing for all of you. Nowadays, I mean, let's say if I'm a student, I'm preparing for CAT 2024. The first thing is that I'm looking for someone who can tell me, okay, what is to be done? What is the syllabus that I should follow? And probably what all do appear in the CAT exam? Am I eligible for IIMs, right? I've got low scores in 10th and 12th. So can I get into IIMs? Is MBA, am I suited for MBA, right? Can I crack the exam within the next 10 months or should I take more time? There are so many questions that we are having and no one is there to answer that. And therefore, to help you with that, we have come up with something. On the chat box, you see a link there by the name of CAT counseling form. CAT counseling form. Just fill up that form and you can get a one-to-one session with us where you can ask all your questions from our experts. Of course, all the people here are into this field for last 15-20 years. For example, I myself have written CAT 22 times till now. So if I've appeared for CAT 22 times, of course, I have good idea that what all appear in CAT. And that way, the other people as well are there. They can help you with this. So fill up this form and take benefit of this counseling form for sure. Okay, let's move ahead now to question number 3. Question number 3 on your screen. It is here now. So let's see. Is again Music Core the first one to answer it correctly or anyone else also can answer this? Here we have the third question. So how many of you can answer this correctly? Let's have a look at that as well. Let me repeat, these are all those kind of questions that do appear in CAT. I mean, almost of the same type of questions do appear in CAT. And I tell this in every session, if you just keep on practicing these questions with us, I'm pretty sure, right, just before the exam, you would be so confident about quantitative aptitude that you would say that at least I can do 14 to 15 questions in quant alone. Yes, anyone? Hari, a farmer, has a rectangular field of dimensions 40 by 32. He dug two circular wells of diameter 14 and depth 10. The mud dug out from the wells, is spread evenly across the field. So find the level by which the field would rise. We haven't got any answer yet, so let's start solving this now. Okay. In the meantime, you can of course try to answer this. So there is this rectangular field of 40 by 32. So this length is 40 and this length is 32. He dug two circular wells of diameter 14. So let us say this is one circular well and this is another circular well. They have a diameter of 14. Okay. And he says the depth of these two wells is 10 meters. The mud dug out from the wells is spread evenly across the field. So first of all, how much mud would come out from them? The circular area of a well is pi r square, that is 22 by 7 into r. Diameter is 14, so r is 7. So 22 by 7 by into 7 into 7, and the depth is 10. So that multiplied by 10, and there are two wells. So the total mud dug out is this. 7 will cancel out with this 7. I have 14 into 10 into 22. So 14 twos are 28 and 14 twos are 28 plus 2. 3080 meters cube is the total mud that has been dug out from these two wells. I hope you all are clear about this. The area of the circle is pi r square. Depth is 10. So it's kind of a cylinder. Pi r square h. उसका volume निकाल लिया. This is also pi r square h. तो इसका भी volume निकाल लिया. And that comes out to be 3080. Now this mud is to be evenly spread on the remaining area. Now what is the remaining area? The remaining area is 40 into 32 minus the area of these two wells, which is pi r square, of course. So 40 into 32 minus area of the two wells is 22 by 7 into r square into 2. अब की बार मैं 10 multiply नहीं करूंगा because depth has got no significance. Now I'm just looking at the surface. How much surface is available to spread that mud there? So pi r square into 2 is the area of those two wells, which is to be subtracted from the total area of the rectangle. So it gives me 1280 minus, ये कितना आ रहा है, 14 twos are 28, 2 14 twos are 28 plus 2 is 30. So 1280 minus 308 कितना आएगा? 972. 972 centimeters, sorry, meter square is the total area on which this mud is to be spread. तो कितने से इसका लेवल इंक्रीज होगा? टोटल मड इज 3080, राइट? इट इज टू बी स्प्रेड अक्रॉस 972 मीटर स्क्वायर. सो दिस इज द इंक्रीज इन द लेवल ऑफ द फील्ड. इससे आप डिवाइड करो, ये 3 पॉइंट समथिंग देने वाला है. So of course these three are gone and my answer is option C. So option C is the right answer for this question number 3. Okay. This mud would be evenly spread on the remaining area of 972. So 972 area में 3080 mud spread करनी है. One height तक it will be 972, two height तक 972 into 2, three height तक 972 into 3, और 3 height से ऊपर it will be 972 into 3 plus something. So by that logic we got the answer as option C, 3.16. I hope it is understood, guys. Please do let me know whenever you have a question regarding this. So I'll move ahead now from question number 3 to question number 4 on your screen is here now. Here is question number 4 on your screen. Any answer for question number 4 now? So let's start doing this as well. A cuboid with dimensions 20, 15, and 12 is placed on a table such that its bottom surface, which is in contact with the table, has the largest area. So there are three kind of surfaces: 20 into 15, 15 into 12, and 20 into 12. The largest area would be of 20 into 15. That's at the bottom. So ultimately, it would look like this: that I have 20 into 15 at the bottom, and the height of the cuboid is equal to 12. Height of the cuboid is equal to 12. So something like this I will have here. 20 by 15 by 12. ये शायद कुछ अजीब सा बन गया है. So please do not go by my drawing. So drawing काफी खराब सी है लेकिन चल जाएगा. Okay. So this is 20 by 15 by 12. So this height is equal to 12. Then he says similar four cuboids with equal dimensions are joined to it in its four directions, except the top surface, that says that one is on its left, one on the right, one is above, and one is below it. So ऐसे आपने चार और ऐड कर दिए. So basically one cuboid would come over here. बिल्कुल इसी तरह का एक cuboid यहां भी आ जाएगा. I hope you are getting it. Similar one cuboid would be here as well. एक यहां पर आ जाएगा. Okay, I hope it is okay. Similar one cuboid would be here as well. एक यहां पर भी आ जाएगा. I don't know how to make it, but देख लीजिएगा जैसे भी बनता है. Okay. और ऐसा ही एक cuboid would be on this side as well. So I have a cuboid here as well. The next one. ठीक है. So there are four more cuboids like this as you see on your screen. He says find the ratio of the volume of structures formed. राइट. वॉल्यूम ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म्ड. अब ये जो भी स्ट्रक्चर बनी इसका वॉल्यूम कितना आएगा. कहने से देयर आर 5 बॉक्सेस एंड ईच बॉक्स हैव ए वॉल्यूम ऑफ 20 into 15 into 12. So the total volume is equal to 180 into 100. It is 18,000 centimeter cube. The total volume of all 5 cuboids is 18,000 centimeter cube. Total volume of all 5 cuboids is 18,000 centimeter cube. ये तो मेरे पास बन गया total volume of all the cuboids. I have to find it to the total painted surface area of the structure. इसका painted surface area. Painted surface area क्या है? It was given that the visible surfaces of the structure are painted. Visible surfaces of the structure, they all are painted. So now I have to calculate that area as well. That the painted surface area, PSA, is the painted surface area. First of all, can I say this top surface is equal to 20 into 15? Similarly, this top surface will be 20 into 15. Similarly, this top surface will be 20 into 15. This top surface is 20 into 15 and this top surface is 20 into 15. So there are 5 surfaces of 20 into 15 plus. When I talk about this surface over here and this surface over here, say these two surfaces, what are these two surfaces? So because this length was equal to 15, so that length would also be equal to 15, right? So that surface would be equal to 15 by 12. And similarly, this surface would also be 15 by 12. Exactly in a similar way, ये भी 15 by 12 और ये भी 15 by 12. And in a similar way, I see this is also 15 by 12 and this is also 15 by 12. So there are 6 surfaces of 15 by 12. Absolutely in a similar way, you can say there are 6 surfaces of 20 by 12 as well. 6 surface 60 20 by 12 के भी हैं. वो कौन कौन से surfaces हैं? So that surface is 20 by 12. This surface is 20 by 12. Apart from that, this surface is 20 by 12. That surface is 20 by 12. This surface is 20 by 12 and this surface is also 20 by 12. So there are 6 surfaces of 20 by 12 as well. So the total painted surface area is equal to how much? 15 into 20, which is 300 into 5, which is 1500 plus 15 into 6, 90 into 12 is 1080 plus 12 into 6, 72 into 20 is 1440. इन सबको मैं ऐड कर देता हूं. 15 plus 10 25 plus 14 39. So it is 4020. The total is 4020. Question is asking me about the ratio of the volume, which is 18,000, with this painted surface area that is 4020. इसका मुझे रेशियो निकालना है, 0 कट गई, 2 से मैं कैंसिल आउट कर दे रहा था, 6 से, it will be 300 and it will be 67. So 300 is to 67 is given in option A. That is the right answer. Definitely not a question worth doing. करने लायक तो पक्का ही नहीं है एग्जाम टाइम में, but it is completely based upon visualization. So you should be doing these kind of questions at home as well, because this will definitely improve your visualization skills. वो improve करना बहुत जरूरी है, जो आप तभी कर पाएंगे जब आप इस तरह के questions को कुछ यूज करेंगे. Then you'll be able to do all of that. I hope it is clear to all of you. This was question number 4 that all of you must have understood. I'll move ahead from here now to the next question, that is question number 5 on your screen. It is here. Please try this first. In a circle with center O, two chords AB and CD are extended to meet outside the circle at point P. If the measure of arc AC is 60 degrees and measure of arc BD is 50 degrees, then what is the measure of angle ABC? Okay, music core has given the answer as D again. Let's start doing it. So here is the circle. Okay, I have a chord AB, I have a chord CD, and they meet at a point P. So let's say this is chord AB extended, this is chord CD extended, they meet at P. He says that if the measure of arc AC is 60, measure of arc AC का मतलब ये है that arc AC makes an angle of 60 degrees at the center. Arc AC makes an angle of 60 degrees at the center. And if it makes 60 degrees at the center, we can say it makes 30 degrees on the circumference. Angle formed at the circumference is half of the angle formed at the center. That means that angle would be 30 degrees. What next? Measure of arc BD is 50 degrees. That means arc BD makes an angle of 50 degrees at the center. That means angle formed by BD at the circumference is half of 50, that is 25 degrees. Question is asking you find angle APC. ये वाला angle बताइए. Pretty simple. In triangle ADP, exterior angle is 30. So exterior angle is 25 plus this. This must be 5. That's it. The option is the answer now. Exterior angle is equal to the sum of two remote interior angles. We used that. So 30 is the exterior angle and that is equal to 25 plus the angle at P. So angle at P is 30 minus 25, which is 5 degrees. That's option D for question number 5. Simple question. I'm sure you all understood this. I'll move ahead to next question. Question number 6 is here. Please try to answer this as well. And these symbols are basically for pi, which look like a pi, but they are actually not pi. But here they are actually representing pi only. So please take them as pi and try to answer question number 6. Any answer for question number 6 now? Let's start solving it. A circle circumscribes a square and is inscribed in an equilateral triangle. Find the ratio of the area of the square to the area of the circumcircle of that equilateral triangle. That means we have a circle inside which we have an equilateral triangle, inside which we have another circle, inside which we have a square. Okay. So of course it is not looking like a square, but please take it as a square. या मैं स्क्वायर ही बनाने की कोशिश करता हूँ, बट पहले तो मुझे सर्कल बनाने की कोशिश करनी पड़ेगी. सो ऐसा सा कुछ हो गया. ठीक है. Now here is a circle which circumscribes a square, and the circle is inscribed in a triangle, equilateral, and the circumcircle of that equilateral triangle. There are two simple roots which are being used over here. That for an equilateral triangle with side A in radius is equal to A divided by 2 root 3, and circumradius is equal to A divided by root 3. In radius is A by root 3, 2 root 3, and circumradius is A divided by 2 root 3. So root 3. These are the two radii which are there. इसका यूज हमें कैसे करना है? The side of the equilateral triangle is given to us as x. So can I say this circle will have an area, sorry, a radius of x divided by root 3 because it is the circumcircle. Just going by this formula, it is x divided by root 3, that is the radius of this bigger circle. And radius of this smaller circle is equal to x divided by 2 root 3. Now radius of the smaller circle is x by 2 root 3. So the diameter of the smaller circle is x by 2 root 3 ka double, that is x by root 3. And side of the square is another 1 by root 2 times of the z. So side of the square is x by root 3 divided by root 2, that is x by root 6. अगर diagonal x by root 3 है तो side क्या होगी? x by root 3 divided by root 2, that is x by root 6. So side of the square is x by root 6, and the radius of that circle, the outermost circle, is x by root 3. Question is saying find the ratio of the area of the square. Area of the square is x by root 6 whole square to the area of the circumcircle of equilateral triangle, that is pi into x by root 3 का whole square. Pi into x by root 3 का whole square. So x by root 6 square is 1 by 6 is to pi into x square by root 3, that is 1 by 3. x square मैंने काट ही दिए. 3 से 2 पे कट जाएगा and I'll get 1 is to 2 pi as the right answer for this question number 6. The ratio of the area of the square to the area of the circumcircle is equal to 1 is to 2 pi. Secured 99.5 in Snap. Much obliged and thanks manifold to you, sir, making Quant and LR easy. I'm so happy to hear this, Radha Vinod, especially looking at your score. I wish you all the very best and thank you for considering us to be a part of your journey. Thanks a lot. But all the very best. Please prepare hard for the next stage. That's very important. Okay, everyone, that was question number 6. I'll move ahead now to question number 7 on your screen, which is here. Let's try this as well. All of you, please try to answer the question first. Here is question number 7. Any answer for question number 7? Also, the last question, we could assume a value and do it right, sir. Radha Vinod, yes, we can do it, but actually assuming a value would not help much in that question. We can do so because ultimately I'm getting root 3 and root 2 in the denominators. So if you assume a value, let's say you have assumed the value as 3. So at one stage you might get 3 by root 3 as root 3, but then you have divided by root 2 as well. So at that stage you will have root 3 by root 2. Normally we assume numbers where I know that it is going to be a multiple of 3 or 4 or 5. Here we are having irrational numbers in denominators. So it becomes a little difficult then. Musicore has got the answer as A, so we can start doing it now. The perimeter of a rectangle whose length is 7 meters more than the breadth is 274. I'll stop here. Length is 7 more than breadth. So let us say breadth is B. So length is B plus 7. So what is the perimeter? It is twice of L plus B. L हो गया आपका B plus 7 plus B. So this is equal to given as 274. So 274 is twice of 2B plus 7, or I can say 2B plus 7 is 130, or B is equal to, sorry, 137, or B is equal to 130 by 2, that is 65. So I can say now that this rectangle has a breadth of 65 and a length of 7 more, which is equal to 72. Breadth 65 हो जाएगी, length 72. What would be the area of a triangle whose base is equal to half of the diagonal of the rectangle? So I also have to calculate the diagonal of the rectangle now. How would I calculate that? Of course, using Pythagoras theorem. 65 square plus 72 square ka square root will be the diagonal. 65 square is 4225. 72 square is 5184. This whole is equal to 9409, and 9409 is the square of 97. 9409 is the square of 97. So I can say that the diagonal is 97. We have to find the area of a triangle whose base is equal to half of diagonal. So area is half of base and base is half of diagonal, that is half of 97 into height. Height is equal to length of the rectangle, which is equal to 72. So that's my answer. Half of base into height. 2 2 जा 4, 4 से ये 18 पे कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. Now 18 into 97 is 1800 minus 54, that is 1746. So yes, option A is the correct answer for this question, 1746 meters square, which Music Core once again has got it correct. 1746 meters square is the right answer for question number 7. Once again, to all the newcomers as well, let me just remind you once. So if you have any questions regarding the CAT preparation, right? Anything you want to know about your preparation, the syllabus, whether I should go for MBA or not, right? What all specializations are there in MBA, or there can be thousands of questions. And if you have no one to answer them, so you can take a one-to-one session with us, a one-to-one counseling with us. For that, you have to fill up that form, which is pinned in the chat. ठीक है, पिन किया हुआ है वहां पे. फॉर्म को फिल कर दीजिए. You'll get a call from our side and you can clear all your doubts regarding MBA from us. Okay, so brilliant opportunity. I'm assuming that you all would take help of it. So I'll move ahead, and it's completely free. We are not charging anything for that. Let's move ahead to question number 8. So here is a question based upon figures. Let's see who all are doing it fast. Question number 8 on your screen. It is here. Number 8 question here. Once again, Music Core has answered it fast, and actually it's a question worth answering real fast. It's a simple question. In the figure given below, lines AB and CD are parallel to each other. Measure of angle IHB is 31 degrees. It is given as 31 degrees. Find the measure of angle CFG. So I think this C is wrongly written here. It should be here. This A is wrongly written here. It is here. It is clearly written as well. A and C are the points at which EF touches AB and CD. तो जहां जहां ये meet कर रही है वो points A और C. So we have to find which angle CFG. We have to find this angle. बहुत ही सिंपल होगा. जब ये 31 है तो ये भी 31 ही होगा. एंड इट्स अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल क्योंकि यहाँ 90 का एंगल है, तो ये 90 है, ये 31 है, तो ये कितना होगा? इट विल बी 90 माइनस 31, दैट इज 51 डिग्री, 59 डिग्रीज। तो इसका कुछ पैरेलल लाइन से तो मुझे को मतलब ही नहीं लग रहा, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली व्हाट आर वी यूजिंग? वी आर यूजिंग वर्टिकली अपोजिट एंगल्स एंड राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल। तो एबीसीडी पैरेलल ना भी होते, स्टिल माय आंसर वुड हैव बीन द सेम, इजंट इट? एक्चुअली सीडी हैज गॉट नो रोल, अगर सीडी लाइन नहीं है तब भी तो आंसर यही आएगा, उस लाइन का तो कोई अस्तित्व ही नहीं है इस क्वेश्चन के अंदर। So that was question number 8. I'll move ahead now to question number 9 on your screen. Here is the question. Let's see how fast do you answer. And is there anyone who answers before music core? Let's see that. Again, music core has answered real fast. As I said, it's a question worth answering real fast actually. Can I have an answer from anyone else as well? The length of one of the diagonals of a rhombus is 16. If one of the sides of the rhombus is 10, find the length of its other diagonal. दूसरे डायगोनल की लेंथ क्या आएगी? दैट्स द क्वेश्चन इज। चलिए जी, लेट्स स्टार्ट डूइंग इट। सो हियर इज अ rhombus that we are having. Okay, the diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. ABCD is the rhombus and the diagonals bisect at 90 degrees. The length of one of the diagonals of the rhombus is 16. So if this is having a length of 16, that means half of the rhombus, half of the diagonal is 8. One of the sides of the rhombus is 10. So rhombus has all sides equal, so ये 10 हो जाएगी, तो थर्ड साइड ऑटोमेटिकली 6 आ गई, यहाँ पे साइड 6 आ गई, तो आपका ये जो है ये 12 आ गया। सो डी ऑप्शन इज द आंसर, इसमें तो कुछ था ही नहीं। Easiest among all the questions that we discussed today, the right answer is 12, and this brings us to the last question of the day, question number 10. And once again, the last question is here now. Let's complete it. Question number 10 on your screen. In a rectangular coordinate system, triangle ABC is drawn so that one side of the triangle connects 2 points on the y-axis, that is A and B. If point C has coordinates C0 and the area of ABC is 21, then C is equal to what? Musicore once again has answered as A. Though it's also a simple question, so let's start solving it. So this is, let's say, the y-axis is, this is, let us say, the x-axis. He says ABC is a triangle in which one point is 0 comma 2. So 0 comma 2 would be somewhere here, that's point A. Point B is 0 comma minus 4. So point B would be somewhere here, that is 0 comma minus 4. So I can say the distance between A and B is 6 units. If the point C has coordinate of C0, so point C is here, let's say C0. Of course, it can be on the other side as well. So C0 is the coordinate, okay, something like this. And keep some contributing as well, right? So that we have a good interactive session. That's all for today, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good day now. Bye bye. Tata.